buddy. Monday night. Let's get some football going. Got my Seahawks playing against the Giants. Should be a good night.
One of your teams, my man. Hey, I just want to say, if you like those videos, please put that in the comments, man. TSA be doo-dooing on ESPN and Fox and CBS and everybody else's clip videos, man. JC's be putting it together, man. Show some love for them. I love those, dude. They get me so hyped.
It's a good time. It's fun making.
Let's see what we got. I'm
going to this game up.
35 seconds. Looks like the Giants got the ball first. Is that what you got, my man? Where are you at in the game?
I'm trying to get the game up. I'm behind. Every Monday, I'm behind trying to find the game.
All good, baby. That's why we work team 11. Brian Dayball's already got a little bit of sweat on his forehead. Giants are on the other side of the 50, though. Daniel Jones scrambling, picking up 8 yards. 8 yards, third down and about 4 to go, my man. Uh-oh. Guess who's already hurt? You would never guess.
Darren Waller.
I'm
guessing Darren Waller.
Jamal Adams. I think he played 4 snaps, dude. Mr. Fragile himself, dude. He's already done for.
Adams.
I'm taking this
What's new?
Oh, yeah. He took a knee to the head from Daniel Jones. He's done for. He's out. You can tell he's concussed. Man, I feel bad.
PD Sunshine's like, again?
Yeah, dude. Again? I'm not trying to talk crap because I know he's hurt, but it just all started back for me for 4 or 5. Yeah, he looks like he just took a KO punch, bro. I don't even know if he knows where he's at. Poor Adams, dude. He's just one of those players, dude. Daniel Jones took him out. And that's to all the young people that might be listening. Should probably be 18 to watch this show with us. But if you're watching, that's why they tell you always look up. Like he could have avoided that if he'd have just been looking up. He went with his head down. And
if anybody watched the game, the London game, they had it. So they had the game. The reason I liked the Toy Story thing was the fact that they had so many informative things. Like there's a lot of statistics stuff. They did a lot of like trivia stuff. They talked a lot about, proper way to hit. Then they showed how to do it. Proper way to do like a what was it called? The swim move where you when
Boog did
chop down and you get around the. Like they were showing like cool things like that, and I'm like, this is really cool because it's informative to even like kids that you're trying to get your kids into football. Like it's very helpful, and I mean it was still fun and playful. And Booger McFarland had the biggest head out there.
Yeah, Booger McFarland, dude, they just went for it on 4th and a foot and didn't get it. Daniel Jones, you are not Jalen Hurts.
You're not getting the tush push.
You don't have Jason Kelsey in front of you, okay?
You don't have like a Goddard behind you either, pushing you from the butt.
They got 2 big guys, but that's just not getting it done. Bobby Wagner came through and met him in the hole, bro. That's a Hall of Famer you tried to do that against.
What's up, Farquad? If anybody wants, if anybody wants to come join us, I will put the link in the TSA chat. So I will put that in there real quick here soon. What's up? What's up, Anthony? I tried it at the beginning, but there was so many technical issues.
So, dude, first down Seattle. Giants off to a bad freaking start. Should have kicked the field goal. You got Graham freaking Gano. You got one of the best kickers in the damn league, and I need him in Kings Classic against Gary, dude. God almighty. No, I need Isaiah Hodgins. Pete Carroll, dude, he looks like he's still 40-something. All right, commercial time. I'm just going to take it easy today, JC. I'm just going to do some simple stuff. A little twisting. Do you like Spider-Man? I got a Spider-Man commercial. You a Spider-Man?
Mr. Football in the building. What's up? Jamal Adams cursed. Yeah, I think it's just his body can't handle it anymore.
He just has
Speedy Sunshine looking baffled on the sideline too.
Yeah,
I'm not laughing at the injury. I'm laughing at the fact that he can't stay healthy.
Yeah, dude,
that's not even something to laugh at either. But it sucks. It's almost more like it's you're laughing because it just sucks.
It's like stumping your toe on the same part of the bed, and then at some point you just have to laugh at it because you've just cursed and been upset so much. It's like
dude, this
gotta laugh at it now. Hopefully he comes back this, couple weeks. They got a bye week next week, so.
Oh, it's Ronnie.
Yeah,
dude, this game looks pretty dope. The new Spider-Man game. I don't know if anybody watched the new Ninja Turtles movie, but it's so fire. I don't know who was talking about it the other night, but it was so damn fire.
Like recent new, like
yeah, the new one. It's like animated, just like the last Spider-Man movie was.
Okay,
It's so cool, and
I want to see it now.
So Seth Rogen's one of the producers.
That's right. We remember seeing the previews for it. We went to some movie for the kids, and I was like, I want to go see that. Bowser. We watched the previews at Mario.
It's really cool because like they actually got teenagers to play it, and there's a lot of like references from today. So like they're referencing like singers and stuff like that. Ice Cube is in it. He plays the bad guy. What's his name? Superfly.
Oh, okay.
Superfly is like the big. I don't know if you ever watched or played any Ninja Turtle games, but Superfly is like the big fly.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I definitely did. I was about to say it's probably one of my most distinct memory of an arcade game, like as far back as I can go. It's like either that or Mortal Kombat.
Turtles in Time, baby. That was one of my favorite games ever, dude. I remember going to a brewery like last year, and I walked in and I was like, holy cow, you guys have Turtles in Time here? I was like, can I get some quarters? He's like, oh, just want to let you know it's free. I was like, you should not have told me that.
Yeah, I remember there was one pinball. I'm sure there's several TMNT pinballers, but there's one I played a lot, dude, and I was actually pretty good at it. Hey, there's our guy, Bobby O.
Yeah, go Ninja, go. Yeah, dude, 1 and 2 were like the originals and the best. Like so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's gonna be interesting. I mean, Kenneth Walker, dude, him and Charbonnet, he's not down. He's not down.
They called it a touchdown. That's insane. I was about to say that's a touch. Bobby Okikari just got him down, and then they said he wasn't down.
Yeah, he's not down.
That was such a bizarre sequence, dude.
He wasn't down. That was Kenneth Walker being smart. That's a touchdown, dude. If they try to he was never down. That's a bad tackle.
Oh no,
you don't roll with the tag, make tackles, dude.
No, he's down, his butt cheek down. They just showed it. Still smart IQ, smart play.
Man, I was gonna say in real time, it didn't look like he was down whatsoever. Oh, just barely, dude. Like,
yeah, you could see his thigh hit.
I think his towel was in between him and the ground, so it doesn't count.
That's like a hair roll, I think. If it's touching, it's down. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, that's good. I mean, I would have needed that because if you're unaware, Fantasy Football Advice Network, along with Bettor Vision, both of our favorite people in the industry, and over at the Advice Network, I post my bets, and like one of them was Kenneth Walker over 75 yards, and that would have been it. But the other one is Bobby O over 7.5 tackles plus assists, and so either way, we're doing well. But you like to hit those bets, JC, when it's one play and you're done, and it's the first quarter. Those bets make you the happiest.
Yeah, that does make you really happy.
And we do have a DFS lineup going for people as well. I wanted to tell people that while we're going down. Every Sunday on DraftKings, $3. Who won this week? Is it over? Or
it wasn't me, dude. I know that. My teams were bad. Like,
oh, yeah, me too, dude.
I mean, I did a couple stacks. I mean, I just went the wrong way because, like I thought the Denver game, I thought that'd be high scoring both ways. I thought Russell Wilson would do a lot better.
I mean, it was pretty high scoring, but
yeah, but I mean, because of the Bears, like I didn't think I'm gonna tell you right now, that was a hell of a call by Tyler, dude. He said that he's gonna be a sneaky play this week, and guess what?
Who?
I'll tell you right now, Kirk Cousins was not a sneaky play.
Hey man, he's been won like 2 weeks out of 3. Or
he had 3 good weeks, and then he had he literally took a turd on the field.
And they won the game.
And surprisingly, when the turd came out, it was Kirk Cousins. Man, it's so bad. It's so hard to watch him play. Like last week, I bet the over on his 23.5 receptions last week. I took the over on that, and I was like, dude, this is easy. He's been smashing that by 10.5. Like, that's easy money. Dude, he got 12. Bro got 12. How do you go from 35, averaging 35 every week to 12?
But Justin scored a touchdown too, right?
Jefferson scored a touchdown. He actually, technically, he scored 3 touchdowns, but one got called back on holding, and then he scored 2 touchdowns.
That Kirk
he had 2 touchdowns.
And everybody else do really well.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, people might say that Alexander Madison looked better, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Cam Akers, he was averaging like 8 yards a carry. He looked really good.
He did, but Madison didn't look too bad either. Like ever since they traded for Akers, all of a sudden Madison's looking better.
Madison looks good too because he's not being used fully. I'm telling you, after about this week, give him maybe one more week, he might be okay. But after that, like I said, he's not a full 4 down or 3 down back, like and not even for a full game. Like he had one good game. Obviously, we know what happened. Another running back comes in, he goes, "Oh shit, I gotta start performing again." We see it all the time with some of these running backs. Somebody comes in to push them out. I mean, David Montgomery wasn't going to let his job go.
Yeah, no way, huh? You already kind of seen that happen.
Dude, it's just barely, man. It's so close. That butt cheek on the ground is so close. Yeah, that Kenneth Walker should have been. I mean, it's too bad that wasn't a touchdown right there, Anthony.
Jamal Adams was yelling something, man. I don't know what he was yelling. Might be out of it. My God. Oh, what a hit. Kayvon.
Might be out of it, he says. He doesn't even know where he's at.
Hey, the Giants came out to play. Hey, you know what else I found out during the Toy Story broadcast? We were watching it, and I thought it was pretty cool. My kids watched it for about an hour.
I thought it was cool, too.
Be awesome. But I didn't realize MetLife Stadium holds the most people out of all stadiums. I thought it would have been like a new.
Learning stuff every day.
But it makes sense. I mean, it is New York Stadium. They have concerts and stuff there, so it makes sense it's the biggest. Good stand there by the Giants, eh? Oh, fumble. God almighty. I don't know who's got it. This is an old-fashioned dog pile, my friend.
Dude, I think it's going to be a really defensive-heavy game. It's Monday night. Yeah. I mean, I feel like most of the time it is. Really low scoring. Oh, my God. Dude, I just saw it.
And I'll try to let you commentate on stuff so that way when we're watching, we can.
I don't mind the reactions because it gets me excited because you're like, if you're just like, oh no, or whoa, like it's gonna be like, yes, what's coming?
I mean, that went through his hands, man.
Yeah, and the best part is he had to leap out for it. Like he didn't prep very well for where the ball was coming down. Like he leaps out.
Made his arms into a hula hoop, bro.
Basketball hoop. Wrong sport, bro.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I took another bet is Giants 10.5 point spread and then under 55. So, because I was thinking what you were thinking, but I had a bad week in some of my books, so I was just trying to build it back up, and I just felt like that was a safe build. Even odds.
It's good stuff, dude. It's good stuff. Are you excited for this week? I mean, this should be another good week for fantasy. I mean, how'd you do in FF7s this week?
Lost to Anthony.
Oh. Anthony took the win on you, huh?
Yeah, Anthony's been playing for longer than I've been, dude. So
he's playing for keeps.
You've played longer than I have too, as well, though. So, and I've played a long time though. I've played 14 years. I think what separates me is I've played IDP 13 of the 14 years I've played. So, I've got a lot of IDP experience, really. Man, this is a long commercial. I was just trying to work out the whole commercial of this game. I have to switch down.
I'm trying to send out some more links to people. See if we can. If anybody wants to hop in too, I'm gonna send some links out if anybody's interested. I'll just throw it in the TSA thing.
We keep it pretty PG-13 and sit here and watch the games together. It's a lot of fun.
It's good stuff. It's good times.
Better than the Manning brothers. You never know what we're going to talk about. They don't even
talk about the Manning cast. Yeah, dude. That Kenneth Walker touchdown would have been awesome, Evan. I mean, it sucks that it's just a little bit of booty cheek touched.
Hey, we need that Bobby O tackle, though. I'll take it.
What's up, Greg? Ronnie in here says Eric Gray abandoned the Vols almost as hard as the abandoned proper fielding technique on that play. What's up, Greg?
Schmidt Jr.
out.
Get
the game back out. I'm trying to send some invites out.
We got a backup guardian. Those affect things. Play action.
Jamal Adams. Oh my gosh. It's almost inevitable. It's crazy.
Daniel Jones out to have a rushing game.
It's Jesus, man. Ugh. Glad I didn't pick him up to start him or something like that, But that'd be even worse.
I had a little bit of a disagreement with quite a few in the IDP industry when I called him toast 4 years ago. I was like, you don't draft people that only play 3 or 4 games a season, and that's not how you get ahead in fantasy. Okay.
So we're listening to some of y'all talk today, some of the players. So we did our force versus farce last week on Wednesday.
Yep. You and Coach.
So my basically here were my sits of the week. Dak Prescott, who's basically been Derek Carr the last couple weeks, basically averaging 15 points a week, 16 points a week. Derrick Henry, who did nothing again.
He threw for a touchdown.
Derrick Henry threw for a touchdown?
Derrick Henry threw for a touchdown, my friend.
All right. What else did he do?
That's all, I think.
I want to look up instead. Oh, Mike Evans. I mean, he got hurt.
Oh, my Lord. What a hit. Sorry.
Mike Evans, he got hurt. You can't really predict that. And I called Njoku to not play Njoku on Wednesday before he decided to burn himself.
Yeah, what's that story? Can you tell me that?
I don't know. I just heard, he just maybe he was making some mac and cheese or something, some hot dogs, boiling some hot dogs for his mac and cheese. So decided to reach right in.
He's literally got burnt hands and scoring more than Kyle Pitts, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I'll send some links here real quick. I'm trying to multitask. Multi-pass.
You suck on third down, bro.
Sheesh. Ronnie, I just got your message. It says this cast would look much better with your face in it. All right, I sent you a link.
Yeah.
Greg said he needs 7 more points from Danny Dizzles. Danny Dime Droppers.
Good punt. Grab it. God almighty. What the F, man?
He says it's as good as Retro Bowl.
This is baloney, dude. What? How do you
Jamal Adams concussion, man. He ran right into Daniel Jones's knee.
Head up. Nobody's fault but his own. Head up. Man, did you see that punt? Are you watching it?
Yeah, I saw the punt.
How do you let that go in the end zone, dude? I gotta work out again because of that.
He goes.
We'll have to do some more leg stuff. We're getting a lot of commercials, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter, dude. So do some lunges.
Too soon. Oh, I like the shorts with the ref jersey.
Yeah, this is my game show. This is like my blazer, We got to wear this for the game show. But the shorts are just my dad's shorts,
I like the dad shorts. Shorts are in, dude.
They're faded. Lots of use. All
right, where is the link? All right, TSA room. All right, y'all. If anybody wants to hop in from TSA, there is an invite out there for anybody who would like to join. I'm gonna do my curls too. Curls for the girls, baby.
Gotta get them in.
I wonder if Ronnie's ready yet. Oh, I think I got the double thumbs up. That means he's extra ready.
Look, I want you to understand that one of the best beers ever made is right here in my hands.
This one?
Look at us! Who would have thought? Not me.
What do you have?
Who would have thought?
We both have bells.
It's pretty dang good.
He has the superior version in the bottle. The can's all right, but bottle for sure.
Pretty sure it's either made in Michigan or Wisconsin, right?
It's in.
Have you ever had the
made in Michigan? We're drinking this for Greg right now.
Here you go. Have you had the Alchemist from up in Boston?
I don't think I have.
Dude, all right, Expo next year. I'll get my buddy to send us some, and we can try it. I've had it once. It's pretty good. It's overrated, but it's like the most sought after craft beer in America.
Damn.
Have you ever had? Well, I mean, have you ever had? What kind of craft beer do you like to drink? That's the other question.
Dude, I'm gonna hit you with something that sounds so fucking privileged.
Because Drecker out here is a big one. Drecker is a huge one.
My preference is Belgians, so like Strauss, Hendricks, Duvel, Saint Bernardus, like, and that it's just not craft beers. Those are made by monks in Europe. So
no, I mean, Doppelbox. You like Doppelbox then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I don't
there's a place in St. Cloud, which is like I used to live up there a while ago, but it's like an hour from here. And there's a place out there where they make a Doppelbock, and they actually have a priest come bless it.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that about them.
So it's like it's a big German thing. Like they bless the Bach.
Well, that's Belgian, German beers, and there's one other country. It's not Irish.
Please don't catch it.
I love Irish people. They don't know how to make beer, though.
Hey, I'm Irish.
I have like 17% Irish. We just know how to drink a lot, man. We don't know how to make
I'm Irish, German, and French, so it's like all drinking in my blood.
Not bad.
How are your thoughts on that?
Dang, that was a big can. That's pass interference. Oh yeah.
Holding.
Pass interference.
Offsetting penalties.
No, really? They called it on both?
Right before the game started, he's got a catch. So as long as Tyler Lockett don't catch it tonight, we're all happy.
As long as Tyler Lockett, I actually did sit him in leagues this week. So
there you go.
In our game show, my guy, like my slam dunk answer for this game was Kenneth Walker. And I had to back into Tyler Lockett. But that full disclosure, that was all Scott Engel. I was like, I don't know what to think of the rest of this game.
I sat Tyler Lockett this week. I didn't think that he would get.
Hey, shout out to our guy Scott Engel, man. He's at the game.
He is at the
is he?
box. Yeah,
that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me.
He's in the press.
You made a cross country flight for that. That's wild.
I'm gonna ask him to send us a photo, JC.
I don't know if I could try to save. I could try to share one from the. Let me see if I can share one.
Just share it from our little private group. I want to see what he's up to. I want to see his view. I can't. I got my phone right now.
Did you see the one he posted earlier?
Nuh-uh.
Okay, I'll let me see.
Pretty much busy with shows from like.
Where's the search button?
4 to whatever. Man, people going out left and right in this game. We got Anthony Bradford in. He's a rookie out of LSU, 4th round pick. I don't know if he's a guard or a tackle. I'm trying to look. Looks like he's a guard. So we've had 2 guards go down.
Let's see, Scotty. Oh, here we go. All right, I found it. I'll share it real quick.
Oh, Kenneth Walker stretching. God, he's so good, man.
He is good, man.
I've told everybody he's the best running back out of the draft class last year.
Oh, dude, Iggy, I wasn't going to say anything. I got so much shit from people. You and we didn't talk that much at this point last year, but Jeff and I went on a parade around Twitter talking about Kenneth Walker, and then Breece Hall proceeded to make us look like fools year one. But he's good. He's real good.
This is Scott Engel's. This is where he's at right here. If you see Iggy,
man, I know, man. We love you, Scott. That's so dope, bro.
That's sweet, man. See, that's one stadium I've never been to. I've driven past it. It's right next to the Mariners Stadium. So they're right next, literally right next to each other. No.
This is in New York.
Oh, this is?
Yeah. That's why trivia question. Did you know that, Ronnie? That New York MetLife holds more people than any other stadium in the NFL?
I didn't know that only because as a Tennessee fan, I just assume we're better.
I found out from Toy Story, man. That was I dug it.
Dude, yo.
I'm telling you right now, It had less glitches than any Madden game I played.
I was gonna say, so like anyone that has
It was
any
pretty
doubt,
glitchy.
there are some people in this industry that think AI is like a fad. All they got to do is go watch that Toy Story broadcast, man. That was one of the most technologically impressive things I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, they did it really well.
Pixar is crazy to begin with. I was watching something, one of these guys who been in it for a while. It's just interesting to see is like they had to create technology to be able to handle what they were trying to do. So like seeing that industry, like being able to, advance from like the original Pixar stuff to like what they're doing now is like ridiculous. And like, before, like when they were making cartoons, it was literally them just drawing, and then basically taking a ton of pictures of all their drawings and then transitioning those drawings, with film. That's how the original cartoons were made. And it's ridiculous.
Flip books, man. They flip booked it and recorded
basically,
it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's basically a flip book. Same thing with like when they did South Park, that was all claymation, like clay animation, which is nuts. Like, how long that would take.
Oh yeah, claymation. That's why I really respect it. But man, Tyler Lockett with the catch. Last thing we needed. Looked like there was holding on the offensive lines. 1st and 25. I'm probably going to give it to the spot. I don't know how that works for receiving yards. You get receiving yards. You get, first down. So they're going to replay it. No yards for Tyler Lockett.
The way it works with penalties, I think regardless of the play, you lose everything to the penalty. So if he got like a 20-yard reception, it's a 15-yard penalty. I don't think he gets credit for the 5 yards.
I thought it was
flag for DK.
I might be wrong about that.
No, you're right. I thought it was a spot. I thought it was a spot foul, but it's not. It just wipes out everything. 1st and 20 now.
Oh, the holding
DK. DK is a really curious case of a guy that, like, he has a couple screws loose and it hurts them 3 or 4 times a year. It's really fascinating to watch.
I still think AJ Brown was a better person to come out of Ole Miss.
I agree. DK is a better like specimen, but like,
dude, if you see them side by side, they're pretty much identical.
Right. I just mean like testing wise. I like AJ. AJ Brown's a better all around receiver.
I think
dude, AJ Brown after the catch is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're both
so good.
Yeah, I don't
watching some of Kenneth Walker's film too earlier when I was making that video. It's like he's pretty nuts, man. He's really intense with it after the and Gino last week was making some really good like screen plays where he would like run right by him, dude, and instead of like try to make a pick where he would hit somebody, he would almost like make a screen where he'd like run in front of that defender and kind of slow down, so they'd have to like go around him, So it just slow him up enough to get Kenneth Walker to get 10 more yards. It's smart play.
That's what I said. Football IQ, man. It's a real thing.
I like it, dude. One thing I don't have. Oh, I have a Seahawks jersey. I got a Jimmy Grandpa jersey.
Really?
Jimmy Graham, dude. He used to fly a biplane to work every day when he played for the Seahawks. He would, a seaplane, not a biplane, a seaplane.
Yeah, with banana peels. That's what they call them.
Yeah, dude. I like. It's crazy. I didn't realize Jimmy Graham was still playing. I didn't realize he was with the Saints.
Yeah, he came back like out of nowhere.
He just scored a touchdown like last week, right?
He scored against Green Bay, didn't he?
Yeah, I was like, what? Jimmy Graham is in the NFL still?
Sean Payton's coaching the Broncos and Jimmy Graham's back at the Saints. Nothing.
Yeah. He is definitely Jimmy Grandpa. It's an old man. He looked like a grandpa before.
Fun side note on Jimmy Graham.
Wendy.
I know a couple of the people that were at. Wendy!
Hey.
Haven't talked to you since the expo. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you, Ronnie?
Good. I'm good. Good to see you.
Hey, Iggy. Hey, JC. Hey, everyone.
I got your show loaded. We just got to get it promoted tonight. Start promoting it. But it's been loaded since.
That's what I'm here for.
Promote it, yeah.
Yeah.
Got things. Yeah, good show coming up on Tuesday, tomorrow. Wendy and Carla, the Game Changers, 9:30 Eastern time. What we got for tomorrow?
Awesome talk guest. About a guest. I mean, like, this is the guest of all guests. We have Miss Kelly Singh. Well, wait. I should say Kelly freaking Singh. is coming on the show. She is a warrior if there is ever been one. And for her to come on the show, we're just so glad to have her. So wanted to pop on and say hi to everybody and see if you can stop in and talk to us tomorrow night.
I'm down.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. And she grew up like her dad was big into like golf. So, she grew up in a pro shop. So I have a lot of respect for that.
Hey, I worked at a golf course when I was the bar cart girl. Is that the best job ever?
It is. Great tips, I'm sure, too.
Oh, yeah. He just said, meet you on the next hole. Okay, yep, I'll be there. I'll bring whatever you want.
Wendy, when I was in 6th grade, I got to go to Tiger Woods' like little summer training thing. They did one in Virginia.
Ooh, how nice.
I played golf like 6 times since then, but it was a cool moment.
I know I'm terrible at it. I'll play like the best ball tournaments and stuff just because it's fun. But, and honestly, I'm going to tell. Yeah, the scramble. I'm going to tell a little bit of the story, but tonight, even though tomorrow is the show, that's how I kind of started following Kelly a little bit more, was watching her golf picks. And let me tell you, she's really good at it.
Yeah, I like the golf picks or props, or even they have like DFS plays where you can do DFS. That's a lot of fun too. Yeah, I think that's something next year we might have to do a golf league, because it's basically what you do is it's like best ball too. You set it and forget it. You basically draft a team, or I think you pick players from tiers.
Ooh, that would be fun.
And then you go, and if we can get a bunch of people, then basically then there would be payouts like every big tournament or anything like that. We just do payouts or weekly payouts or something like that. Yeah. It's really cool. My brother-in-law plays in one with over 5,000 people, and it's like a huge, like it's like massive payouts. Like he said, if you win a big tournament, you get like a grand.
Just what I need. Another sport that I'm going to bet on that I stink at. Count me in.
Yeah, I mean, golf is anybody. I mean, it's any given Sunday. Basically, same thing on golf. Like anything can come down to a Sunday, where like you could. Man, you've seen people that be up by like 5-6 strokes and have a terrible day and end up losing. Or I see somebody come out of nowhere and have like 6 or 7 birdies, and you're like, oh, which is like one less than par, which is what your normal is supposed to get. Anybody out there doesn't play golf, but yeah, it's interesting. You can see some people just all of a sudden show out or choke on Sundays.
Who do you think's going to win this game?
Well, I think the Seahawks are going to win. I mean, that would be my guess, but it doesn't matter anymore. It's always about the players. It's like, oh, I need this guy to do well and this guy I don't have like I'm not a fan of either of these teams. Not that I don't like them, but I just don't follow them as closely as I see that there.
There you go, Hyatt. Sorry.
Yeah, but with golf, I'm going to tell you. Oh, yep, there. Oh, he just went down. Oh, he dropped the ball. I actually have my my little laptop going, so I can actually watch along with you guys tonight.
Oh, right on.
I'm doing the same thing. I've got it streaming illegally on a browser tab.
I pay for Xfinity, so I'm streaming legally, Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Wendy, I have watched NFL football every game I've wanted to for over a decade. I have paid for $0 worth of NFL subscriptions. I don't believe it.
Oh man, don't say that out loud. You don't know who's watching your show.
Some people don't like mustard. I just don't like paying the NFL to watch their sport.
NFL Plus is dope. It's awesome.
Okay, what is the NFL Plus?
So you can basically, it's like, you get, it's like Sunday ticket basically, but, through the NFL. So you get every game is on there, like every game's on there, and you can watch, you can go back and rewatch too. They also have Red Zone on there, but you can go back and you can watch either the full games, like replays, or you can watch the broken down game where it's like only 30 minutes, instead of like 2.5 hours, like no commercials, like no in between stuff, like literally just the plays, play. So it's nice if you want to go back and like rewatch film or like really quickly. Like I said, it's only like 30 minutes instead of 2.5 hours.
Ronnie, what did you have in your hand a minute ago, Ronnie?
I was curious because you guys were all at the expo. Did you run into these?
Yeah, I saw.
I did. Those look so cool to me. Where you roll?
So I'm gonna do, and you guys are all invited. I'm gonna try out because I want to support this guy. I don't know enough about him, and I only got a glancing bit of information, but it sounded like it's a small dude in California that launched these. And like this idea of drafting with dice that tell you what positions you're allowed to pick each time is amazing to me. And so in a couple weeks, I'm going to have a crew of 10 or 12 people to do a mock draft, but to do it dictated by these and just experience together.
Fun.
I would love to have the three of you guys on and whoever else wants to, because I want to support him. It sounds like he's got a cool story. And
count me in.
It's a cool little product for sure.
Okay, so I just noticed your for sale by owner sign behind you.
Derrick Henry.
Henry? I'm going to start updating it every week.
That's really funny, actually.
I have in the other room, there's a whole studio I'm trying to build out. And I might
DK Metcalf touchdown. Let's go.
Yep.
I just said he's not AJ Brown. I don't know. That catch. That's a good one, man.
Well, that was a huge turnover there then, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
7
that was a nice throw. I mean, that's pretty mediocre catch.
I'm sorry. I just cannot stand Pete Carroll. I don't like him. I don't like him. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't care that I don't like him, but
imagine having to be like Russell Wilson or Geno Smith and having to listen to somebody chew gum in your ear all the time.
Yikes.
Constantly chewing gum. The one thing that's nice about him, though, is like he's very competitive and stuff like that, too. So like he has like right in the conference room and stuff, he has a basketball hoop and like they shoot around during that. And like he competes that way. You know, he's always trying to compete on the field. Like he's trying to push people. I do like that about him. He's old school, you know, defensive coach, which I like that, too.
I have my complaints with Pete, but all around I do. Yeah. He's like, apparently like the coolest guy in the NFL to play football for.
I respect his grind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you, Andy.
Being a college coach, and he just stuck it out, you know.
Just not a fan. Like I said, I'm sure he doesn't care.
It must
do you not like his like USC stuff?
Yep.
Okay, well, that's totally valid. I think it's
100%.
She doesn't like him because he chews with his mouth full. He just smacks his gum.
That's not it.
Going on, Wendy.
I hate gum smackers. Just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
That's loud. You sound like my mom.
Oh, so I see Iggy's got some exercising going on there, huh?
He does.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering.
Got to get the exercises in.
Monday night exercise.
What's up, everybody? Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Got Wendy with us, Ronnie. Iggy's doing some exercises during the commercials. Oh, we got the game going, talking some bunch of other stuff. A lot of things coming up this week, too. Obviously, we got so I don't think Off the Backboard is tomorrow, right? It's every other week.
Every other week, but the season is starting soon. So make sure if you're an NBA fan, stick around with us.
The Game Changers, we got Game Changers and have Kelly Singh on. Amazing Kelly Singh. So that's 9:30 Eastern tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, I got my show, Midweek Madness. And I might have my sister come on for about 15 minutes and talk a little bit about, I can't remember what she called this, but she is super pissed about this Taylor Swift stuff. Super pissed. Super pissed. Because she was telling me, I mean, she's got a friend that doesn't like, and one of our friends, her husband, she didn't want him playing like any fantasy, like didn't like any football, wasn't into that. And now she's a Chiefs fan. She's buying Chiefs gear. And because she's a huge Taylor Swift fan, my sister's like, it's called something. It's called some kind of relationship between celebrity, like a singer or something like that, and like a sports team. Like they're both benefiting off of each other. Like the ticket, like I think Kelsey's jersey sales are up 400% right now.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Well, he gained like almost 1 million followers.
I'm selling him in fantasy. My sister says this is what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen is they're gonna boost all this stuff, and right when it gets to the Super Bowl, she's gonna break up with them, and they're gonna end up losing the Super Bowl.
Well, you know what? First of all, Taylor Swift doesn't need any money. Okay, she is the last person that needs any money. Okay, but I do think that there is something, to that.
It's because the whole Beyonce thing. Remember how Beyonce did all themselves, and she brought this. So with her big tour that she had, she made it into a movie. Well, Taylor Swift is trying to do the same thing.
The movie's coming out
last night. If y'all watched the game last night, right after they showed her, they went to a commercial break, and it was that thing. They were promoting her movie.
Yeah.
So there is definitely something going on to help her promote her stuff.
It's 100% a mutually beneficial business relationship with a lot of probably personal fun.
So I'm gonna talk to her, see if I can bring her on for the first 15 minutes, and then we'll get into some force and farce stuff again.
JC, my brother is dating Taylor Swift's sister's best friend.
So nobody.
Wow. That's like 6
No, it's not nobody. It's who Kevin Bacon removed from Taylor Swift. It's someone.
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, I could say,
if you want someone with second or third hand knowledge on the situation to come on your show, I can ask.
I can't remember what she called it. Some kind of relationship thing. But yeah. The whole Swifties thing's out of control. What's up, John?
John. I'm going on John. Hey, I'm going on John's show Wednesday night.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yep. He has
what I would be willing to do? I would be willing to buy a number 87 Chiefs jersey that says Swift on the back of it if I could get Kelsey or Taylor Swift to autograph it, and I would frame it. Otherwise, yeah, shit's annoying.
I saw a sign the other night was it the Eagles game, and it said, what's Kelsey's number 62?
87.
No, not that one. I said the Eagles game.
Oh, Jason.
Come on, Ronnie.
I think it's 62, and it's like 62 and number 0 are the only two, or is the only is the only 62. Taylor Swift duo that we need, or something like that. Not Taylor Swift, Kelsey Swift duo.
That was pretty cool.
Hey, I'm not a fan of hers. I don't drive around listening to her music or anything, but I mean, the followers that she has she's pretty amazing. I tried to get tickets to go to her show, even though I'm not a fan. I wanted to go. I wanted to go see that experience because I heard it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I don't think the matchup with sports and celebrities was I get but it's literally, they're literally using each other to benefit each other.
Well, how do you know, JC? Maybe they're really in love or something.
There's no way that right after their show, Taylor Swift, they just immediately promote her show.
Stranger things have happened, okay?
That is okay, that's
Taylor Swift broke up with Jonas Brothers guy and was like, what's the largest male alternative that I can find right now? It was Kelsey. Okay, I'm in.
Oh boy!
Jonas is 5'8", and then she went from a fucking, what do you call it? One of those little monkeys that harasses people in India to a silverback gorilla.
All right then.
She's having a good time. Let's just put it that way.
Daniel Jones is made another miscue. 4th and 11. The Giants are putting the boot in it.
Daniel Jones is killing me. Okay, he is freaking killing me. Actually, if John McGlynn is still here, we have him. John and I are in a Dynasty. He's my co-manager because I've never done Dynasty before, and we made sure that we had Daniel Jones because we were positive that was going to be great. Guess what? It's not so great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I drafted Justin Fields and then I'm picking up Kirk Cousins later. This is a 1 QB league. Well, I started Kirk Cousins this week, and I'm like, all right, well, after 3 weeks of bad Fields, and they're playing again. I mean, they're playing Denver, but I don't think he's going to put up that many. Okay, I drop him to get a tight end, which I needed to do, and all of a sudden, Fields has the game of his life. And here's, Kirk Cousins taking a poop on the field.
Well, yeah. I guess that's literally shit happens, JC.
Who's a more talented quarterback?
When you make a third of the completions you've been making every other week in one game, it's not good. That's not good.
Iggy, I got a question for you.
Sure.
Your relevance and value to the fantasy football community for eternity hinges on your answer to this question.
Oh.
You have to marry yourself for the next 5 years to either Justin Fields or Daniel Jones. Which one's it going to be?
Fields. Probably Justin Fields.
Got to be Justin Fields for me, yeah.
I think the only thing that's wrong with that organization for real is the
organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of it.
Like the back office, everything, coaching, like the decision making, like who needs to be out there, the draft, like who they're drafting, the moves they're making. I mean, I like the DJ Moore move because it really didn't cost them that much.
But Justin Fields can get a second chance, Ronnie. Daniel Jones is like a bad season away from becoming Mitchell Trubisky, And they went to the same college, right?
Well, and like everybody's, I don't know, on the Daniel Jones thing. First of all, the Giants are they're in a bad spot right now. They really are, But I mean, I want him to be good. Like he can scramble. He's a pretty mobile guy. He's pretty big too. I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's working out very well for anyone that has him. But that's the thing too. It's like if you're a Giants fan, or just say the Bears. Like I'm not a Bears fan, but I live close to Chicago, so I do follow them as my second team. Everybody's like, oh man, people in the fantasy football world are like, boy, Justin Fields did such a great job. It was a great game, but they still lost. So as a fan, a sort of Bears fan, it's like, man, I'd like to have a win as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's true, and it gets overlooked a lot of times because somebody's good and fantasy, their team is supposedly doing well.
Yeah.
Really true. But, it's just kind of interesting watching it. I do think Justin Fields, like I said, would get a second opportunity where Daniel Jones probably won't. Even though he's got that contract, I don't know if another team would be like, yeah, we trust you to be our franchise quarterback.
Yeah, John says, relax. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Wait until Saquon comes back. Well, we've seen what happens when Daniel Jones likes to take sprints.
Yeah, we've seen he doesn't throw the ball to Saquon.
Oh, I'm just saying, like when he does run, he likes to get eaten up by the turf monster.
Right.
Well, I was going to say Saquon doesn't change anything because Daniel Jones refuses to utilize the guy.
The turf monster just means he likes to trip over his own feet.
I think
I can't believe that happened that one day when he was all alone out there by himself running and he falls over. He ran too far. My feet don't work anymore.
Hey, that's probably happened to all of us. Okay, JC?
It happens to me very often.
Not me. I've never run that part of my life.
Running? What, was someone chasing me with scissors? That's the only way I'm running.
I protect myself from that scenario.
So I got a question for you, Ronnie.
Sure.
So, that Forrest Gump played for Alabama, right?
Sure.
I got a question, and he's a fast runner, right? Because Forrest Gump. Here's the question for you: if Forrest Gump was there at Alabama, and somehow they're playing against the Mud Dogs, do you know where this is going? And the Water Boy was sitting there, right? And all of a sudden, Forrest Gump was talking bad about his mama. Do you think that the Water Boy could catch Forrest Gump when he was running with the ball to get a touchdown?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no
Trick
more
question. Forrest Gump would never talk bad about his mama.
Well, first of all, yes, Forrest Gump doesn't know how to be mean, so that scenario is bogus. But if it happens, there's nothing more powerful in the history of sports than Adam Sandler's anger. Therefore, yeah, he'd take him out. He'd probably give him a concussion. He'd be smarter afterwards.
It's funny.
All right.
Trick question.
All right, everybody, I'm going to hop on out of here. I just want to come on and say hi to the family and have everybody come and see the Game Changers tomorrow night. I'm so excited for that. Carla and I have been talking about how things are going to roll, and we're super excited. So just thank you for having me on. Let me hop in for a little bit. It was good to see everyone.
Wendy, I have a request for you before you
Sure.
leave. Next time you talk to Bob Harris, will you tell him that I said that he's handsome and I love him?
That's kind of asking a lot there, Ronnie.
I don't want to take first slice of the pie, but if I can have like 10%, I'll be okay.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I got the bat phone to him. Like it lights up when I message him. He knows it's me. So
we love you, Wendy.
All right, see you guys.
Bye. Bye.
Love you, Wendy. Thanks for stopping by.
She's the absolute best. One of my 10 favorite people I've met, period, in the fantasy industry the last few years.
She's good people.
In front of both of you, actually. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
bam!
Got right on his ankle. People going out left and right this game. Isaiah Simmons, not scared to horse collar him and fall on his ankle.
At least they only lost a 6th-round pick investment for that, whatever.
Drew Lock warming up. Let's see. Geno Smith's out there.
Iggy, there's a lot of credence to this idea that NFL players have a 5-year window to figure it out or not, and then their career's kind of done one way or the other. I look at Isaiah Simmons and what happened to him in Arizona versus what I thought about him coming into the NFL, and is one of the best examples that I've run into recently of a coaching staff ruining a player's career.
Yeah, it is kind of really interesting like that, right? It's and I tried to stick up for Varys Joseph. I thought he got an unfair shake at the job, but it's just pretty the game has kind of surpassed him. He's not been able to catch up, utilize people. Simmons hasn't flashed a whole lot, but just the way Arizona looks better, the way some of these players like Allen, who's in Denver now, looks better. Just okay. Oh my gosh. That was almost a great play. I'll let y'all watch that.
Damn it, Iggy, you're like 30 seconds ahead of my stream. It's like having someone from the future.
I love
he is somebody from the future. Actually, we're from the future, and he's from the past because he's in Mountain Time, but he's still in the future somehow, seeing stuff before us. Oh, dang it! I mean, I don't want that to happen because I have, I'm playing the Seahawks defense, and somehow when the defense scores, it still affects the other defense.
Oh, Tibbs, you got to get that.
That's the one thing that's so stupid about defensive scoring. Even though a team scored on you, their defense scored against you. How are you losing points for that? You had no control. What I'm saying? The DST shouldn't be affected by
I've held that belief for almost 20 years, man. I'm with you. It's my number one complaint about defensive special teams.
That's why I hate when it's DST starts at 10, and all of a sudden after they get scored on once, they're down at 4. You're like, what?
You play the Vikings defensive special team last week, and they should have had 700 points, but because Kirk threw the ball into his own end zone a few times, they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, Carolina's defense did well too.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, man, he caused them to have 10 points. Both of his interceptions caused 10 points.
Yeah,
that's shitty.
Stupid. It shouldn't be the case.
Look at those legs, Iggy.
These are so hard. If we're your core so well.
Can you pan the camera down 2 feet?
Yeah.
I want to see you try to do burpees in that room.
Neighbors would appreciate that.
He goes, I don't think the neighbors would appreciate that.
Iggy, if you accidentally squeezed one out right now, I would lose my mind.
Oh man. Looking at Popeyes, it looks so good on mine. Oh man. Incredibly hard, dude.
But did you see the colors for the expo next year?
Yeah, burgundy.
Red
Looks nice.
Yeah, burgundy and black, baby. Guess
dude,
what that is?
I
should have told him to do crimson. I was like, get some crimson, baby. Let's get some crimson in there.
They had that shit on the website 6 days after the expo. I went on to try to find the panel videos.
Bob's on top.
And it was Fantasy Football Expo 2024. So I'm stoked. I'm really excited. I really hope that I can find a way to gather the resources and the organization to put an AI and fantasy football panel together. It would be really helpful for a lot of people.
Greg says it doesn't count against your team when you get a pick six. I'm pretty sure it does.
It depends on your formatting, Greg. Some of the sites do that, like NFL.com. Half the reason I don't play with them is they still do shit like that.
I thought Sleeper did. I know every time I've seen like any kind of points get scored, it's like that's the one thing I complained about my brother-in-law about in his league. It's like there's no point of even having defenses unless the defense gets like a couple sacks, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. Like if a team scores, 21 points against them, they're already at 0. You're like, this is stupid.
What you got to be set up like fantasy football sevens, where a team like the Dallas Cowboys can get 101 points or -1 points, and you got to figure out that matchup, buddy.
Hell yeah! It would be great if there was a platform that started tracking more specific to performance statistics.
We get a Green Bay game on Monday, huh?
Like quarterback passer rating against for team defense, things like that. I feel like would make a much more holistic and accurate representation to how those assets are performing in fantasy football. Kind of like cornerbacks. All I've wanted for 10 years in IDP is a fucking platform that will track quarterback either completion percentage against or passer rating against.
Ooh, dang, that was nice.
That's all I want.
Passer rating against.
That was nice. Brady got through there.
Yeah, we don't.
Then you avoid this nonsense where the best cornerbacks every year are like the rookies that are actually bad in real life.
Who is that? Campbell? Hodgins? Why don't we get some more of those Hodgins passes? That one went for like best play of the day.
Dude, Isaiah Hodgins is one of those players that's like right on the threshold of someone I should care about versus someone I don't.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little biased. I've rocked JC's league, man, through 3 playoffs with him, including against JC in the championship.
Really?
That's incredible.
I just feel like he should already be having a good year. Like, he helped y'all win playoff games and get to playoffs, and y'all just have completely abandoned him. Like this year. I don't get it. There was Paris Campbell, probably my most drafted last pick in best ball, or second to last pick. So we'll see.
He's a great example of a guy that I can't find a great explanation for why they haven't panned out besides injury. He's so athletic.
Yeah, it's like somebody told me, don't worry, he'll do exactly what he does every year. Disappoint. He'll just disappoint you. But last pick in best ball, your expectations better be pretty dadgum low.
Oh, Ronnie. Hey, ready?
I'm not looking. Hold on. Have
popping bottles over here.
Oh yeah, let's go, baby.
You got the cans.
I love Bell's, and if either of you, whenever you come down to Georgia,
have you ever had Oberon? Bell's Oberon?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab one more. I still got 8 minutes.
Bell's Oberon, man, so good.
Next time you guys come down to Georgia, I'll hook you up with some local brews down here.
Where's Georgia?
Where you are, man. I don't know if you're in Georgia, Tennessee, New York.
No, I'm a Tennessee boy originally, but I live in Atlanta right now. So, frankly, of all the people in the industry to visit, Atlanta is affordable. The flights, there's always a flight here, and there's mad shit to do in Atlanta. There's equal amount of stuff to do in Atlanta as there is in LA.
After I had my buddy tell me a story about the time he tried to land in Atlanta, and he said that they dropped like 100 something, or was it like 300 feet in a plane, like because of
turbulence.
No, he literally he said they just went like this. He said everybody that wasn't in their seat said flew out of their seats like it was crazy. He said it was the most crazy thing he's ever experienced. Like they had the carts, shit went nuts, man. Like the ladies that were serving and shit flying like out of nowhere. It was just like,
yeah.
He said they fell so. He said he was terrified. He thought he was gonna die. I'm like, I'm not flying into Atlanta ever.
It has nothing to do with the Atlanta.
I know. I've been into some pretty bad ones too. Where you just like, F this. I'm about to die. Coming to it.
When I was
please don't kill us.
College in high school, we flew directly where was it? Oh, we were leaving. We were flying back from Tennessee. I went to visit a school in Tennessee, and the pilot There was this massive thunderstorm on the horizon, and the pilot was like, "We're just gonna go ahead and go into it. Everyone strap in." And I shit you not, like fucking went right at it, and it was like black clouds, and I no joke, could see lightning flashing outside my window, and the plane was going up and down. And fucking,
you're like, we're gonna die.
Yeah. I actually think that's the most scared I've ever been in my life.
Was like the plane rattling, Ronnie? Was it like?
Yeah. It sounded like it was going to break apart.
You missed a story, Iggy. I was just telling him about my buddy's flight into Atlanta. He said they dropped like 300-400 feet, like just all of a sudden drop, and like people were flying out of their seats.
Oh my God, dude!
I'd be terrified. I'd be like, we're gonna die. Oh, guess what? Hall of Famer joining us. Look at that shirt.
We got Greg. What up, baby?
What is that shirt?
What's the shirt?
You have to turn it sideways.
He's got a Star Wars shirt on.
Oh, he does.
I do.
I'm a Lord of the Rings.
Greg, have you watched
I like Lord of the Rings too. I like them too.
Greg, have you watched Ahsoka yet?
Have I what?
Ahsoka.
Have you watched Ahsoka?
I can't hear you guys.
It's on Disney Plus.
The new Star Wars show about the blue girl.
Oh, Ashoka. No, I have not.
Yeah, she's my favorite Star Wars character. I think she's the most badass. Like, she learned from the. She basically learned. Something bad happened. Iggy response. Oh, little dimes, little dropper.
No, just poor execution.
Oh, is what Wandale Robinson? Oh, keep watching.
He's not number 0.
Paris Campbell.
Yeah.
Paris Campbell's really fast. I can't believe I couldn't remember any of the Giants wide receivers.
I'm surprised you didn't just go with Waller right away.
I thought you were about to drop out like Plaxico.
I really don't like Waller. I really thought we were saying which quarterback is going to outscore which quarterback. I just read the show sheet wrong. That's all.
That's okay. You still won. You had a good answer there at the end.
No, he gave me the win. All right.
That's right. I did. Ronnie's the winner. Ronnie's the wiener.
Yep. I'll take that charity wiener all day, baby.
Hey, win's a win, right, Ronnie?
Yeah, I apologize for that.
No.
I haven't wrote it in the official scorebook yet, so we'll get it in there.
So I'm watching this, and I think, okay, so I don't really need points from Charbonnet, but I got a few. What I need, I've got 2 games on the line. I need Danny Dimes to have scored 12 points today to win in Scott Fish Bowl against Pat Mahomes, by the way. The super flex, and my quarterbacks were David Carr and Danny Dimes.
Wow.
So, Danny already outscored Carr, huh?
David Carr has been retired for a while. That's bold.
Oh, Derek, sorry.
Hey, by the way.
Hey, the way Derek played, I saw something on TV today. He set a record for the shortest pass yards in a game. His pass yards were like 0.4. Everything was behind the line or just over the line. He didn't go downfield at all.
Missed field goal, I'm hoping.
Well, I'm ahead of you guys, so I won't tell you.
I'm ahead of him too, Greg. That's why I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, he made it.
No, but I saw you throw your fist.
So
here's a fun stat for you, Greg.
But Boston, he makes
and then in the other one, I need Gino, Tyler Lockett, and JSN to score less than 65 points total.
Probably
I built up a big lead, but I didn't have anybody in Monday night. I was really hopeful that when I saw that DB roll up on Gino's ankle at the out of bounds, the play that upset Gino so much. I don't wish injury on anybody, but I was kind of hoping Gino would sit out for, I don't know, 3 quarters.
I totally get it. Checking my Kings Classic scoring to see if Gary's gotten past me.
Oh, that's another thing. I want to see the Oasis League.
Dude, here's a great note from me, a fucking confession. Gary invited me into the Oasis this year,
You should have got in. It's fun.
We're in, and Jeff and I had a team together, and
never started anybody.
We completely missed like the communication on the draft, and not only that, but
there's no draft.
There's no draft. You just send a player.
There's no draft. You pick a team. You pick players each week. There's no draft.
It's like DFS.
It's like that, but after a week, you can't play that player again.
Yeah, you only get to use.
Oh, okay. So it's like a zombie.
So it's like an eliminator league, but you don't get eliminated. Only that player gets eliminated from who.
There's some communication or something happened that was completely on Jeff and I, and we missed like the first week setup, and now it's just like a lost cause, and I feel so bad because I love Gary Davenport.
But you're a professional, so you work hard the rest of the year and try to come back.
Or you reach out to him and say, "Hey, sorry."
I think I did.
Or you do that anyway, right?
Yeah, well, I did that. It's like, sorry, I missed it, but still, I was really bummed about that because I love that concept.
Where are you?
I'm doing much better this year.
Yeah, but Ronnie, you'll be judged based on what you do from that point forward, not for making a mistake.
See, I should have listened to my gut instead of listening to Coach Craig this past week. My force player was supposed to be I picked Nico Collins. He's like, why don't you just take Tank Dell? I said, I guess I'll put him in there. Guess what? Nico Collins goes for 30. Tank Dell goes for like 3.
Yeah, you're gonna bet on the guy who had one good week?
No, he's not had one good week. He's had 2 great weeks.
I'm talking about best week on the team. All right,
he's a long ball play. He's like Mims. Long games.
In Dynasty, I love holding on to Dell and Mims.
Look at the size difference. Tank is 5'10", and Nico is 6'2". Who's going to get the red zone work? I mean, just be realistic.
Well, and Nico's not going to go away.
Yeah, and they're both good. They're both good receivers. I like Tank Dell. I like Nico. But Nico's a Michigan guy, JC. All you had to do was ask me.
Yeah, he is. I forgot. Drew Lock is in the game, Greg. Drew
yes.
is in.
Why? What happened? Gino get hurt?
Limping on the sideline.
I think Gino may have just went in early at halftime and tried to look at him. He got rolled up on that tackle.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, they rolled up. Oh, there goes Lock.
Drew Lock. It's a whole new game now.
Yeah, but he's got to get the ball to Kenny Walker, not because I've got Kenny in any rinks, just because I want to be right from tonight's show.
That wasn't a bad pass right there.
Geno Smith walked out from behind that bleacher out of the tent. This has nothing to do with anything about Geno other than how he looked in that moment. He looked like a homeless guy walking out of a tent. I've never seen like the light was in his eyes. He just comes back on the field, stumbles back out.
That guy's a monster. DK?
You said he looked like a homeless guy walking out?
DK
is a monster. Came out of the tent and like staggered his way back out into the sidelines.
Why does that make him homeless?
Well, Geno's old. He knows he doesn't have that many years left.
I saw that there's 4 pasty white guys on this stream and was like, should I make this comment or not? It's probably going to take long.
What's up, Nisa? Nisa said Seahawks still gonna win because Daniel Jones is the same quality as Lock.
Hey,
that's great.
Good man, I got my flag back here. But yeah, he didn't look happy, but he's got his helmet on. So we're gonna. I don't know. I don't have the volume on, so I don't know what's going on. But he's got his helmet on. Drew Lock, first down. Got tackled by our guy Bobby Okikere, which we needed.
Yeah, every time I hear that name, I see that Jahmyr Gibbs play in the practice where he made Okikere just look like a fool.
I know, isn't that crazy? And Gibbs not getting any. I thought that was a great answer with Gibbs not living up to the hype, man. I was really.
I disagree. I think if you look at what Gibbs has done this year, he's on pace for over 1,000 yards.
His yards per carry is really good. I like that.
Yeah, and he's catching the ball. And if he gets 10 to 15 touches every game, he's everything that Detroit wanted him. They signed David Montgomery to be the ball carrier.
Well, but let me tell you this. Gibbs was drafted as a top 30 guy. I don't mean a top 30 running back. I mean, he was a top 30 pick. Maybe.
No, he was a top 15 guy.
Yeah. That, and to me, he hasn't lived up to that price.
Why?
Not at all. Yeah.
So, what other guys have lived up to it and have not? Do you think Bijan's lived up to number 8?
No, I don't.
Okay.
He lived up to a hell of a lot more than Gibbs, though.
Oh, has he?
It's not a. It's not a.
What's Atlanta's record and what's Detroit's record?
Well, I'm just talking fantasy wise.
Just wondering, because when these guys draft these players, it's to fill a role to win a game. It's not to fill your fantasy squad's points.
Well, of course, but Greg, aren't we talking about fantasy football, not NFL?
Yeah, I mean, we could say this
well,
too.
no,
I mean,
not when we're talking about the draft. We're not. We're talking about the draft.
No, I'm talking.
Now, if you want to say Bijan was drafted too early in fantasy leagues,
yeah,
or not Bijan, Jameer, I agree with you.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
I always thought that David Montgomery should have been drafted ahead of Jameer. But the fact was he was going 4 rounds later.
4 rounds later, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another thing, too. We should talk about ADP. So with ADP, it gets driven up by Dynasty. So Dynasty drafts so many times beforehand and Best Ball, right?
Yeah.
So all that stuff gets drafted, and then you get to your redraft league, right? And then all that stuff is boosted up. So that's the one thing that I don't like about ADP is that can happen from, all those drafts that happen, before, redraft season starts.
Gino's back inside.
JC, that's my number one complaint with my fantasy league. Who I honestly, I like my fantasy league more than any other platform. It allows me to do more than anyone else. But
I know my call. I know my personally, so I love my fantasy league. But the thing I like about my fantasy league is it has the best scoring options of any.
Yeah. 100%.
The best scoring options. There's so many variables you can do for your scoring system.
Dude, if MFL didn't exist, I wouldn't play IDP. I don't think I could do it with the limitations from other platforms.
What's the platforms on IDP? I mean, I feel like you need to play in FF7s next year then, because I don't know. Maybe it's just the settings that people set up because I don't know what limitations there are in IDP.
I think every player should get a point if their team wins and lose a point if their team loses.
I think that's a good rule.
I like that. That's a fun rule, Greg. I think that's amazing.
I think that every yard should count. So if you're a return guy, if you're given 1/10 of a point per yard, a return guy gets 1/10 of a point per yard. However, I don't like double counting yards. So if you're going to give a quarterback, 0.04 for a yard, then the wide receiver or running back that catches should only get 0.06.
I agree. I see. I got to get you a fantasy football sevens next year, Greg, because the individual gets points for return yards. The defense gets points for return yards. I tried to make every stat, every play worth some value. That's the point of fantasy football sevens.
You're going to like what you see next from Drew Lock.
I'm excited.
No, I mean, you're going to really like it, JC.
Oh, my gosh. Noah Fant.
Dude, that's crazy because they both came from Denver.
Oh, he may have gone out. It's really close.
Either way, that's impressive. We lost Ronnie. Ronnie, come back. But we, that was impressive. Noah Fant, man.
He might have gone out right there on the 15.
Well, he's short if he didn't go out.
He doesn't.
Short if he didn't go out, but it's still a hell
dude. That's a cool connection too, because they both played in Denver together.
Yeah. He's short of the goal line. But
I'm thinking he went out right there.
No, he did great.
I thought his heel hit.
That's a 220-something pound man, I imagine.
You think? I think he's 240.
I didn't see him go out. He didn't go out.
Oh,
he's short right there.
Yeah.
He's short of the goal line.
Wow.
So, and you guys were picking Darren Waller over Noah Fant? Why?
Well, come on. He's had what?
Why?
Actually, he had a pretty decent game last week, too.
Yeah, Noah
Fant's going to come to life.
I think Darren Waller's the most overhyped player in the NFL this year.
I had him ranked outside of my top 12.
Well, then you did right because nobody else did.
Not out there. No, I had him I think I had him. I had Pitts at 13.
I think I had him at about 12 or 13. So
yeah, I think I had Pitts at 13 and Waller at 14, or vice versa.
He was, if you listen to the pundits, he was going to surpass Travis Kelce as number one.
How? I just don't understand how.
Well, Kelsey's
To me, I could
right
see, I could have seen Hawkinson on track for that, but now kind of watching Hawkinson's getting used again more as a blocker. They're using a lot more of Addison and Jefferson. I think that
Kelce looked slow to me in this last game.
Who did?
Kelce.
I don't think that knee's healthy, Greg. I don't think.
He may not,
just
but
more
he
worried
looks
about
slow coming
Taylor
off
Swift.
the line.
I'm trading Kelce right now, dude. I'm gonna try to get as much out of him as I can right now.
Well, you're talking about the Scott.
You're talking Dynasty, JC?
Greg, he was
anywhere
since this 101 and Scott Fishbowl, 101, 102. Can you imagine all of those people across all the Scott Fishbowls that have had Travis Kelce? But
and then you have these fucking geniuses like me that took Mark Andrews at the end of the first.
There you go.
My Scott Fishbowl team is the worst team I've had in fantasy in like 6 years.
Yeah,
my quarterbacks are Derek Carr and Daniel Jones. So you guess how my team's doing.
You and me, we can have a little sad stream at the end of the year.
You could have picked up Dobbs probably in week 1.
I think I'm going to be 2-2.
You could have picked up Dobbs week 1.
I'm 2 and I think I'm 2 and 6.
I picked up Clayton Tune. I thought he was going to start.
I've been mismanaging my team with that. Yeah, the first week I accidentally left in McKinnon at the super flex position, and he did absolutely terrible.
I started McKinnon this week in my league.
And week 2 I did really well, like really, really well. And then week 3 I accidentally left Ayuk in. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It's like I'm on too many teams. I'm on and doing too much stuff. It's like doing all the content and being on it. It's like you're not managing your team to the fullest you can be.
Last Thursday, we went over by 5 minutes, maybe 10. By the time I wrapped everything up, I didn't get David Montgomery in my lineup.
Oh,
I was going to put him in. Once I heard he was going to start, I was going to put him in. And I only have him in one league, and I didn't get him in. And I think that's the league. I may have won anyway in that league because my wide receivers killed it in that one.
Greg, I have a league where I was the number 1 scoring team 6 of the last 7 years as a dynasty league, and was the number 2 guy the one other year. Humble brag, it's my home league. Half the league doesn't know what they're doing. It's BS. It's a little inflated. But I sold everything this offseason because it's a contract league with salaries, and I was looking at a bunch of 1 and 2 year contract for guys that are 28 or older, like Stephon Diggs, for example. So I sold them for a bunch of
6 years, man.
He could be, but I sold them all.
Don't age the way that running back.
But for Stephon Diggs, for context, he's 30 and he had 1 year left on his contract, so he was going to cost.
Are they fighting? I like it.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, I
sold everyone in that league, but I have Puka Nacua. I drafted him. I've got Nico Collins I've been holding on to. I've got Brandon Ayuk and like one other guy. I've got like the 4th most points right now, and it's BS. I'm not going to win the championship, and it's just screwing me out of good draft picks.
Wait a minute. Wait, do you have any draft picks for next year?
I have 4 in the first round.
Okay, so even if you don't get Caleb Williams, who I'm not convinced is the best quarterback coming out. He's great. I'm just not convinced he's the best. Of course, I'm a little bit prejudiced. I like another 5-star high school quarterback that plays for the Maize and Blue. I think he's much underrated. Bo Nix and Derek May are all good. You're going to get a good young quarterback next year.
Bo Nix is not young.
Greg, I'll give you this. If I had to pick a guy to be playing an elite level 15 years from now, I would pick Drake May over.
Didn't Bo Nix play on the same team as Justin Herbert in college?
No, I don't.
They played together. Herbert's been in the NFL for how long?
That guy.
Bo Nix is still in college.
I know. Here's my point. When's the last time Justin Herbert played in college?
3 years ago. He's been in the league. This is his 3rd year.
So that means Bo Nix. So Bo Nix has been in college for how long? This will be what his
He
5th
wasn't
year.
behind Herbert. He was at Auburn.
Okay, that doesn't matter. He's still in college, so he's been in college. He's not young. He's got to be like 23 or 24.
Dude, he's like
That's
35.
still young, JC.
That's not young coming into the NFL. Okay, by the time Hendon Hooker will be a starter, by the time Hendon Hooker will be a starter, he'll be like 27.
Yeah.
Well, and that's still young because quarterback. How old was Tommy Brady when he quit?
That's okay. When did he start? That's different.
Well, he started when he was 23.
27.
He started when he was 23. But my point is, he got 22 years in the league. Now, not every quarterback's going to get 20 years.
He
but
also
if you
played
get 10 years out of a player,
defenses in the NFL for 20 years.
Well,
if you get 10 years out of a player, you did good.
Tom Brady's a system quarterback, though.
And he had one of the best lines as well.
Yeah, he was really good in New England.
The best thing, Iggy, is he was for like 8 years, and then he graduated.
Hey, if he wasn't a system quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo and Baker Mayfield wouldn't be doing so good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm with you. He is a system quarterback that transcends the system.
You guys want to hear a fun fact from this week from the NFL? Zach Wilson is literally the only opposing QB to ever outplay Patrick Mahomes. Sunday night was the first time in Mahomes' college or pro career, 127 total starts, where the other QB finished with more completions, more passing yards, more TDs, and fewer interceptions than him. Zach Wilson.
That's a bunch of qualifiers.
Zach Wilson.
I thought you meant literally that was the first time any players ever scored more than
him. And people are talking about benching Garrett Wilson when he's getting 14 targets in a game.
Well, they were talking about that because of the way Zach Wilson was playing. Okay, quick question for you three guys. You all know that I run a league called Beat a Hall of Famer, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a free league, right? I'm thinking that the TSA can take over that league next year and run it as a charity league, $25 entry with all money going to charity.
I'm always down for that.
And we can expand it to 2 leagues or 3 or 4 leagues. And I can talk to Bob and Scott and see if these guys would be interested in participating.
That would be awesome. I'd be all about it.
Would you guys be willing to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I would like to talk to Trophy Smack and see if we can get them to sponsor it and give each of the league winners a ring.
That'd be awesome.
We could talk to Kelly Singh too, because Kelly Singh works for Trophy Smack.
He's the marketing president or VP, I think.
Yeah, Kelly Singh works for them too.
Yeah.
Well, you guys reach out to them, and if you get buy off on Kelly and Trophy Smack and you're willing to do that, I'll reach out to Bob and Scott and see if we can bring on a 4th Hall of Famer and put one in each league.
Who else is a Hall of Famer? Is Gary Davenport a Hall of Famer?
He's not. He's he's won Writer of the Year twice.
Yeah, he's an award winner.
But if you go to fswa.org, on their website, they have a page that lists awards, and under the awards is Hall of Fame, and you can get a list of everybody that's a Hall of Famer. Now, in my class, Matt Berry, I can reach out to him. I don't know if he'd be willing to. Eric Carabell was one, and Greg Ambrosius was one. I can reach out to those guys. Don't know if they'd be willing to. I'm pretty sure Scott and Bob would be willing to, as long as it's for charity.
Yeah, and I was going to try to get Greg on next week on the game show, but JC, we got a minivan reunion. We got Brian Drake, we got ACO from NFL Fantasy, and then we also have Drew Davenport. So
minivan, dude, the minivan chronicles.
Please give Drew my love when you guys.
Oh man, you missed every morning. So on Sunday mornings he does a show too, and I remember the first week he had his show, and it's just like a start sit show. It's like right before. It's like 30 minutes before the game. He'll do a YouTube start sit show, and I was like, the first comment on there, I was like, Minivan Chronicles, and he just started laughing as soon as he came on.
Yeah,
like, what's
that's a little exciting thing, but we got a great show. But my point is, Greg, is the next Packer Monday night game is
next week.
Well, after that, I think it's week. Let's see. I got to find it. Yeah,
they get multiple Monday night games. The Packers do.
Heck yeah, this is America's team, baby. But week 14, and I want to get Greg on because he's a Packer guy, and I would love to get all the.
Are you talking about Greg Ambrosius?
Yeah, Greg Ambrosius is a Packer guy, so I would love to get him on week 14. We got to try to do that because once we do that, we've only got 2 more of the inaugural Hall of Fame class before the game show gets every member, and that's kind of one of my goals with the game show. So we can get Greg week 14. That would be a big step in knocking down that show's goal, because I don't know if another fantasy football show has had every member from the inaugural class of the Hall of Fame. So I think that would be kind of cool.
Fantasy and Frames might be your only competition there.
Those guys are great. Have you been on their show, Greg?
I haven't. No.
No,
I've watched their show
really
on. I've watched their show on YouTube.
Nate Markham, our guy Nate Markham's over there.
Yeah, Nate, I love Nate. Nate's so good. His wife is amazing too, Carrie. She's the best.
Nate was on our show.
Dude, shout out to those guys. Like a personal share from my end, I really was in a weird place earlier this year and felt like there was something it was confusing for me in my relationship with them, and was able to reach out to Nate and them and find out it was all in my own head. Jorge and Nate are absolute saints. I love everything they do.
I love Jorge and Nate, man. That's a great.
Well, Nate was great on our show. He was just a true gentleman. He was, most people in I told both JC and Iggy this in Canton when we went down there. Most people in fantasy are good people. And the reason is there are bad people that get into fantasy, but they don't last. They get a reputation, and the reputation gets spread around, and then they're gone. So if somebody's been in this for 10 or 15 years, they're generally good people. So
there's an element of gatekeeping that I think is really good to our industry, where it's really actually a small industry. When you get into the actual social media bubble of fantasy football, there's maybe 300 or 400 people total. And because of that, there's a lot of gatekeeping that I think is positive. Exactly what you were just alluding to, Greg. I think it's a cool community.
Well, I told Wendy to go up to people and talk to them because Wendy was intimidated. She talked to me for 15 minutes, didn't know who I was. And that was all cool. It was all cool. But when she found out, she was amazed. And I'm like, I'm just Greg. I haven't even done fantasy for 5 years. So, you don't do fantasy. You don't watch the NFL for 5 years. You don't know who the backups are. You don't know some of the starters. So when I got in,
players could change from team to team almost every year. Even some players.
A lot of them
in basketball? We just saw a trade happen within 2 days from each other. Did you see that? That trade for Drew Holiday? He just got traded from Milwaukee. Where did he go to? The Blazers, right? Milwaukee to the Blazers, and within 2 days he was traded to the Celtics.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They're pretty good about their free agency market.
Hey, Iggy, before we go into halftime, can I get a little summary thoughts from you on the first half of football in general? Because I think you've watched more than the three of us.
Yeah. A lot of penalties. I don't know what the penalty count is, but if it's more than the Taylor Swift drinking game yesterday. And,
I got to go out and check my fantasy scores at halftime.
Yeah.
I'll drop out and come back in.
That offensive play from the Giants, same thing we've seen again and again and again. No rhythm on their offense. Can't string together first downs. Seattle's played pretty well in the sense that they got lucky with the turnover on Daniel Jones, and I believe they scored off of that, and then a big catch by Noah Fant. That's kind of the difference in this game right now.
I don't get why do the Giants fans look so depressed? It's only halftime and they're not even down by 2 scores.
Well, they're down 14.
It's not even that bad.
Yeah, speaking of, I just sent 3 of you a message with a picture from the game.
All right, halftime, guys. I'm going to dash out.
Yeah, we're going to get out of here too.
We're going to get out of here
too. We're going to get out of here today.
Oh, so you're done?
Yeah, we're going to be done. On Mondays we don't go to halftime. On Thursdays we do the full game. On Mondays we could just do halftime.
All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Ronnie, it was good competing with you today. Enjoyed
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right.
you for the charity win,
Appreciate you, Greg.
Hey, Greg. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thank y'all for watching with us, too. I'm out, too.
I'm going to play this video real quick again. I like this video I made real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Did you see the intro video thing? I'll probably get hit.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was good. I was looking at it. The cut-ups are nice.
Actually, let's just get out of here. I'm hungry, and I got work to do. Appreciate you, Ronnie.
Appreciate you too, bud. I got y'all next week.
Appreciate everyone coming to hang out with us. Better than Manicast. Bye.